Ghost.
What was it? So
you still coughing?
What's our?
How are you still coughing?
What's our rundown this week? I didn't even look at it yet.
I sent it on the chat.
I didn't
Figure
know.
it
I
out.
don't really have a cough.
Hello, everybody,
Every
and
once in a
welcome
while.
back to the 2-Minute
God.
Warning Podcast. I am Andrew, here as always with Ben and JJ! JJ is back from the honeymoon. He is back in studio. JJ, welcome back. Tell me how life has been the last month.
I don't remember any of it.
None of it. Nothing.
Oh, I
JJ,
don't
I
remember
think we
any.
need to give you about 30 minutes to tell you about how life
No.
is right now.
The stage is yours.
I don't think so. Actually, right now, life is tough because my wife is beating...
Whoa, wife? Whoa!
Oh.
That's crazy.
My wife is beating me in all my brackets.
Oh, that's not
So
good.
welcome
Say
to
that.
husband life.
Yeah, it's
It's a tough scene.
Andrew, I think you can also agree that you have the same issue going
we'll
on.
get to that. We don't have to
Okay,
talk about
right,
it
yeah,
now,
sure.
but Jay, tell us a little bit about life. Tell us about if you met anybody who you've been with. Like, what's been happening? We talked a little bit about our last pod.
Yeah,
but
I know.
just explain. I need to hear the story of you and Jameis Winston.
Oh,
I
that
need
was-
to hear the detailed story.
That was
Like,
awesome, dude.
Yeah, tell me exactly what happened. how it
Second
went
day,
down.
we had just got done with sleeping like 22 hours straight, and I had to like pair the app. You know, you have the
Right,
app
yeah,
for
yeah,
the
I know exactly.
resort, and I had to pair it with my room so I could get like room service and all this good stuff. So I was like, hey, let me just stop by the front desk real quick for like 5 minutes. Let me get this set up. I go to wait in line. This dude's in line. I'm like, wow, he looks athletic. And then he's pretty tall. And he kind of turned his face. It was like, imagine if I would see like a celebrity here. And I kind of looked around, like looked to the side. I was like, that looks kind of like Jameis Winston. But then automatically I was like, yeah, right, that's too good to be true. Like, it's not going to happen. So then he like, a worker comes up and is like chatting with him because he's like, I'm guessing he's been there before maybe. And I was like, that's interesting. And he goes, yeah, something about player. And then he kind of turns a little bit more. I'm like, that's Jameis Winston. And I was like, well, I felt kind of
gotta say
awkward
hi.
because he was checking out. So they were leaving. He was with his wife. And I didn't really want to interrupt them. I didn't want to be like that person. But I was like, if I don't get a picture, no one's going to believe that I saw him. So I went up to him, I was like, are you Jameis Winston? And it was hilarious.
Explain that conversation, how that went down. How
He was
you
like,
pictured-
what's your name? I was like, JJ. He said, where are you from? I was like, Sarasota. I'm a Bucks fan. Like, grew up, like, I watched you. I was like, I like your witness. Because he's always, like, talking about Jesus and stuff. And he was wearing, like, I forget what the shirt was.
What is it called? I know what you
It's a
mean.
very common, like, Christian
Something strength.
brand, yeah. And yeah, that was it. He was leaving. But like him checking out, leaving, and I was stopping in for 5 minutes
Yeah.
on the first day there is
That's
crazy
incredible.
to see him there.
So, do you think it would have been
Meant
better
to.
if you had been able to see him around the resort? A good thing that he left, not a
that
distraction.
would have been awesome. I would have like gotten dinner with him or something.
I also do like to ask for a game of pickleball. Like,
Yeah.
play pickleball with him because the pickleball court.
I totally would have
Yeah.
been like, hey, you want to sit down for dinner or something? But no.
That's insane.
That's
and
crazy.
like of all celebrities and sports players,
I know, to
it
be
had
Jameis Winston
Jameis
is
Winston.
like he's the guy that our group chat probably talks about the most. 'Cause
Yes.
he's just so funny.
Yeah.
And
Should
just
shout out
him
the
and-
pod.
Yeah.
Should've did this.
I'm gonna get Jameis on the pod.
Guys, next week we'll have Jameis.
Should have put him
the
on
podcast.
some good content.
Ah, man.
Who has ties
That's
to Jameis
incredible.
Winston?
That is a story you'll be able to tell forever.
Yeah.
Is that you met Jameis Winston.
I
That's
think I saw one of the McCurdy brothers in the airport, but I don't know.
that's the.
I was in the high.
I think
so.
the craziest thing too is meeting him in Punta Cana. Like
Yeah, so
the most
random.
random place ever. Like just a random resort in the Dominican Republic, and it's just Jameis Winston, one of the coolest.
crazy.
funnest- So my wife was so jealous. She's like, out of all the celebrities, like she loves Jameis Winston, and she was so jealous.
We all thought it
That's
was
so cool.
AI. It looked like AI.
It did look like AI. I'm
I
not
don't
gonna lie.
blame you. I thought you guys would think it's AI too.
Yeah.
But I guess my principal, like my boss, was in the resort right next to us at the same
What?
time.
That's insane.
Yeah, it was so random. Like
That is a wild trip. Guys, for everyone who don't know, let me share this with the world. JJ did go the exact same honeymoon spot that I went to.
Not the same room,
So,
folks.
not the same room. No, that would have been weird.
We tried to find it, but we couldn't.
They gave it an effort.
Extra love.
Oh, man. Okay, Ben, what have you been up to? How you been?
Well, nothing that cool.
How's your basketball watching going?
It's becoming overwhelming, I think.
It's a lot.
I'm just joking.
The first weekend.
It can never be too much basketball. I've just been chilling. Every night this week I've been either staying home and watching basketball or going somewhere to watch basketball. So it's been great.
Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Sounds fun. Yeah, I've been good. Just
The basketball bit.
I would take Ginza tonight, and I'm very, very full. If you guys want Ginza, it's an all-you-can-eat like sushi and hibachi restaurant.
Definitely recommend.
Recommend. If you're in Sarasota, look up Ginza. But I'm very, very full. Just trying to get through this without falling asleep and trying to take a nap. But so that means I guess we should get right into it, huh, guys?
Woo!
All right, jumping right into our top three. Man, it's gonna have JJ back. Starting with our top three, it is the NHL. A little bit of hockey talk. Guys, we are coming down the stretch. There are about 12 or 13 games remaining in the NHL season, depends who you are. And things have shaken out last time we talked about hockey. The Buffalo Sabres now lead the Atlantic. They are above the Tampa Bay Lightnings. The Sabres are 95 points, Lightning at 91. JJ, how do you feel about the Sabres passing along? Have you been paying attention to them? Or I know Kucherov's had a great year. He's looking incredible. We'll talk more about it later.
Just
we'll talk
took
about
over the
maybe
leading
start with the Lightning a little bit.
Oof. No fear. We are top 5 in all the statistics that matter in the league, which leads to Stanley Cups. Sabres are good. They're electric to watch. We got beat 8-7 about a month ago by them in a crazy game. They're one of those teams that's like an offensive juggernaut. I don't think they have the defensive capabilities that we have when we get in the playoffs. I would, if this makes sense, I'd way rather see them in a 7-game series than like, I'm trying to think here, Carolina even.
Yeah.
Because they're less experienced. I think they're dangerous, but I don't think they have the experience and the grit to get through a 7-game series.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that it feels like you have somebody every year that is maybe a year or two ahead of where you thought they would be. Like, there are a lot of younger guys that they were bad the last couple of years.
Like the Patriots.
Yeah, like maybe Patriots this year. And feel like they're good, but you're not really scared of them in the playoffs.
Kucherov should be your MVP. He got snubbed kind of last year, but he has played 10 less games than McDavid, 7 less than McKinnon, and he is leading the league in points. He is incredible right now.
Having an incredible
league
year.
of his own.
I just want to go over the standings just a little bit. In the Eastern Conference, like we said, Sabres are 1 in the Atlantic Conference. Lightning are 2. The Montreal Canadiens are at third at 86 points. In the Metro, the Hurricanes lead that with 96 points. So once again, the Hurricanes have an incredible year. The only question with them is, can they pay it off in the playoffs? Can they make a deep run? Is there anything different you've seen from this team this year, JJ, about the Hurricanes, or kind of a lot of the same?
I haven't seen the Hurricanes much. They kind of remind me of Toronto, where they have they're good enough, but they have the same block every year. I think they can do it. I think they have all the pieces, but it's just getting past that point. I think honestly, them and the Lightning are on a clear path. Because, as much as I like the Sabres, like I said, I don't think they have the experience. And Carolina and Tampa Bay are the only 2 that are returning. I think the Islanders were in it last year, maybe, out of, like, all that group. So, I think they have a clear path to meet up. And if Carolina can get over that hump, then they can make it. They can win the whole thing.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs comp is perfect because it's they have a threshold, it feels like, on them. And, once they break that, they're going to be just like that Lightning, just like the Panthers over the last couple of years, that you're looking out for them every year, but until they break that mold, you kind of just push them to the side. And then second in the Metro is the Pittsburgh Penguins. Third is the Columbus Blue Jackets at 85 points. They have 85. The Boston Bruins are at 86. They're in your wild card behind the Canadiens. They'll be tied with the Canadiens in the Atlantic. And then the Islanders also at 85 points, just outside the wild card. It's getting really, really fun. The Detroit Red Wings are 84, Ottawa Senators 83, and the Philadelphia Flyers 80, and then the Washington Capitals 79. That's kind of the teams that are left coming down the stretch. The Flyers and Capitals will be very, very hard to catch those teams. But currently the Flyers are playing the Blue Jackets at the moment. That is a big game. It feels like almost a playoff game between them 2 teams. Obviously, I'm a big Flyers fan, so I'm rooting for them very, very hard here. They've had a very good last couple of weeks. They continue to just win shootout games. Trevor Zegras is the best shootout player of all time. He does not miss, and he continues winning them games. They're currently up 1-0 on the Blue Jackets in the first period. I had that game on a little bit before we came in here and started recording. So, feels like a playoff game because if Flyers win that, they come within 3 points of a playoff spot. I want a playoff series for them so bad.
The parity is crazy. I mean, the bottom 5 teams in the East were all in the playoffs last year. It's crazy.
Devils, Panthers, Maple Leafs, and Rangers.
Capitals.
Rangers being the Capitals too, yeah.
All 5.
Yeah. Rangers being at the bottom of that is insane. They've been so good for a while. 65 points. They're one of the worst teams. Are they the worst team? Not quite.
I just can't wait for the West. The West is going to be
The West is
such a good
the West
playoffs.
is in.
The Canucks have 50 points.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yikes.
Nobody cares about the Canucks.
Yikes.
Moving on to the West, in the Central, Colorado Avalanche continue to lead hockey with their 102 points. Dallas Stars in second in hockey with 97. Those are the only 2 teams so far that have clinched a playoff spot. They will 100% be in the playoffs. And third is the Minnesota Wild with 92 points. I love seeing the Wild being good. Jack Hughes obviously made a name for himself in the Olympics, but that whole team is very good. They have what's the other USA guy that plays for them?
No.
They have Kaprizov. They have but his name's like at the moment I don't remember what his name is.
Defenseman?
No, offensive guy.
Matt Boldy.
Yeah, Boldy. He played for the U.S. Yeah, another guy
Yeah, they're talented.
kind of came to light over the Olympics. So I like that. The Wild haven't been super good for a long time, so they're another team that's fun to root for here coming down the stretch.
The West is just, it's so fun. You have all the classic powerhouses, Avs, Stars, Golden Knights, Oilers, and then you have 2 like super hot young teams in the Wild and the Ducks. And you just don't know what's going to happen there. And Utah's in it. They're new.
Utah, dude. The whole NHL this year, there's so many different teams that can make the playoffs or that are going to be in the playoffs, like the Anaheim Ducks moving over to the Pacific. They're leading the Pacific division, which is crazy at 82 points.
That logo change.
Vegas Golden Knights at 78. Edmonton Oilers barely holding on to a playoff spot at 77 points. And then, like you said, Utah Mammoth at 80 and the Predators at 75. The West is definitely a little more spread out. After that, you have the Kings at 73. They're probably the last team that can really make a push. Kraken at 71. The Sharks are at 70 is with the Jets. The Jets have made kind of a comeback and given themselves a chance in the playoffs, but they're kind of on the outside looking in. It feels like it's either going to be the Predators, Kings, maybe the Kraken, but probably not. But we'll see how that goes. What is nice for the Vegas Golden Knights, they got back Aiden Hill, their goaltender who had been hurt for a while, and that's really giving them a boost. They're at 78 points. So they should be in the playoffs, but getting back Hill, helps them a lot. Any other teams want to talk about?
San Jose's going to be good next year.
Yeah, San Jose is a team that's a little bit young, and I think I mentioned it a little bit earlier, a couple podcasts ago, is they're that young team that kind of lost steam. Like, they're good, but they're a little bit young. See them next year could be very, very
You got
interesting.
a top 10 player already.
Yeah, so your biggest bubble teams are the Capitals, Red Wings, Senators, I would say Flyers, Kings, and again, the East is just wild. It's kind of wide open right now, for sure. For those last couple spots, will be really, really fun here down the stretch to see what happens. Ben, you got anything about hockey before you?
No.
Go on. You should try to get basketball already.
No, I'm only focusing on basketball right now, so I
That's fair.
have no
That's
energy
fair.
on any other sports.
Yeah. So you guys, watch a little bit of hockey down the stretch here. I love playoff hockey. It's one of my favorite events to watch. Ben, I'm sure you'll be locked in for that. Actually.
Once basketball is over, I am locked into hockey. Locked in.
Locked into hockey. All right, moving on to our number 2 thing, guys. I'm so excited. It's opening day week.
It's back.
It's back.
Guess who's back?
The MLB is back, starting. I think opening day is Thursday, but there is a game starting on Wednesday night.
Let's be honest.
First game of the regular season, Yankees at Giants at 8:05. That is the first game of the year. I'm a huge baseball fan. I celebrate opening day. I go around telling people
You
happy
can say
opening day.
you love baseball.
I love baseball.
Oh,
yes, come
yeah.
on.
I love
Guys.
baseball.
Hey, guys, I love baseball. It's one of my favorites. It is my favorite sport. I'm so excited for this year. Unfortunately, the Cardinals are going to suck. I'm not excited for that whatsoever. But I just enjoy baseball. Daryl started working with me, and we do a 20 questions, guess that MLB player, like every day at work.
That's awesome.
Just name random baseball players. Guys, tell me if you've ever heard this name. Koji Uehara. It's a name I thought about the last
Favorite
couple of
player.
days. Love that guy. If you guys know that. I also came across a post the other day where it's like, drop the most random sports player, and I dropped that one.
Nice.
So, I just love,
That's a
that's so
good
much I
poll.
love baseball. I love random guys I find, and I'm so excited for this year. I just want to talk about just some of the biggest of the odds going into the MLB season. First, JJ, I want to ask you, how do you think the Rays will fare this year? What are you expecting out of them?
I don't know.
If you want to lose some money, currently they're plus 10,000 to win the World Series.
Plus 2,000 to win their division.
I feel like just
Projected
average.
last.
They're back in the Trop. I think that will give them some momentum. I know what will happen. It's like they're gonna have this big hurricane tribute. They're gonna have like all these emotions. Their pitchers aren't healthy. They got good outfielders. Their defense is always good. They'll start off hot. They might be one of the best teams early, and then by the end of the season, they'll probably be 500.
Yeah. Expecting them to fade down the end.
Yeah. We got veterans. We brought in
They're
some
definitely
veterans,
not as
but
good as they've been the last couple of years, I feel like.
I think we'll be better than last year. I don't necessarily like the approach we took about we kind of just retooled with older players. I don't think this team
we
is
took the Cardinals approach. Cool.
good enough to do that. Yeah.
Except this year, for some reason. Now we're just taking all the...
But Shane's back. Rasmussen's back. We got our pitching staff is back. Baz we shipped off, but we'll always
He's
be
been playing
a
and
challenge to
coming
win. Yeah, he's back.
He's back?
Yeah.
Actually back, or just kind of back?
Oh yeah, he's back.
Kind of back. Yeah, cool.
Test
just-
is back.
Yeah, just going to a couple big series to start the year.
Wait, do we play you
before we
guys
get to-
first?
Yeah, we played each other first
That's
series of the
right.
year.
Battle
Yeah,
of the mid.
yeah, that'd be really fun.
Who do we start with?
I wish it was in the Trop, because I'd probably be going, but it's in St. Louis.
I looked at the
So-
Trop. The first Trop games are pretty expensive.
Yeah,
Insanely expensive for the drop.
yeah. I think Daryl's going to go to Miami this weekend. I think he's going to game. You can get him for
Yeah.
like $11. So they're playing somebody. Who they're playing? Marlins are playing the... It's right here. Where'd it go?
Okay, Google.
I misplaced it.
Shanghai Sharks.
Let me pull that up for you.
Actually, they play Friday, so I'm on Thursday. I want to talk about a couple series that are pretty big. Like I said, Yankees are playing the Giants throughout the year. That's first game on Netflix. Interesting. First game of the year is on
they're playing
Netflix.
the
I don't love
Rockies.
that. They're playing the Rockies. That's who it was. That's why it's so cheap. Logan Webb against Max Fried. That'll be a really fun series. A sneaky fun series. Pittsburgh Pirates are playing at the New York Mets. It's Paul Skeens against Freddie Peralta. He's former Brewer now with the Mets. That could be a really, really fun series to get it started. Let's see, any other good ones? Red Sox, Reds, two very teams that could push for a playoff spot, but we'll have to play really, really well this year. Tigers, Padres. Padres always a good year, a good team, and Tigers made the playoffs last year. See what they can do. Diamondbacks, Dodgers will be a fun one. First game, Gallen versus Yamamoto. That'll be really fun. Rangers, Phillies is another fun one, and then the Guardians, Mariners, two teams that are also looking for the playoffs. That'll be another fun series. I just want to go over starting with the division winner odds for each division. Just kind of go over those real quick. Who we like out of the division. JJ, you just want to pick your winner out of each division?
Sure.
So who we think is going to win it? Just for fun here. You want to write them down, Ben?
Oh, I can do
We'll
that.
each pick. You want to pick one? You pick one too if you want.
I'm
Alright,
not knowledgeable
we'll each
enough.
pick. So let's start in the AL East. Your favorite is the New York Yankees at plus 170. Boston Red Sox are plus 280. Toronto Blue Jays plus 310. Baltimore Orioles plus 420. And the Tampa Bay Rays are plus 2,000. This is probably the best division in baseball. I could literally see any one of the top 4 teams winning this division. Who you got, Jay?
AL East, always competitive. I think the Yankees retooled enough. I think they'll get it done.
Okay. I'm
I'll be
torn
boring.
between two teams, but not the top 2. I
Whoa.
think the Blue Jays will have a great year, but I could see the Orioles coming back because they were supposed to be really good last year, had a really, really bad year.
Yeah.
I think I'll take the Blue Jays to win the AL East. I love that team. Coming off a heartbreaking World Series, I think they're going to have a lot of fight in them. I think they'll play really well in that division. In the AL Central, not nearly as good a division. We have the Detroit Tigers are plus 115. Kansas City Royals are plus 210. Cleveland Guardians are plus 440. Minnesota Twins plus 900. Chicago White Sox are plus 2,200 in the Central. I'll go first. I think the Kansas City Royals take this division. I really like the Royals this year. Just with Pasquantino, they have Bobby Witt, they have Miguel Garcia. They have a very good but underrated pitching staff with Michael Wacha and who's their I think Brady Singer is there, and they have another starter that's very good. I love their starting rotation. Again, not like the best pitchers in baseball, but it's very solid. They have 4 starters that can give you 7 innings on any given night. I love the Royals. I think they'll win this division.
I agree. I think Detroit had some players leave, had some players bought out. So, yeah, I think Kansas City will get it done.
Okay. In the AL West, plus 10 or minus 105, minus money Seattle Mariners, Houston Astros plus 270, Texas Rangers plus 330. Oakland Athletics are plus 1,200, and the Los Angeles Angels are plus 2,700. Is there any reason not to say the Mariners in this division?
I might take the Rangers.
Really?
I might take the Rangers.
Can you explain why?
Same reason you said the Orioles. I think they're a deep team. I think there's no reason. I know Simeon's gone. I don't think there's any reason to think they can't. They were very injured last year. Very. DeGrom, you got good pitching there. I think they're deep enough, and I think they got the experience.
Yeah, I'll take the Mariners.
I can see Mariners regressing.
I'll take the Mariners. I think they got over a hump last year, winning the division, and then making a deep run in the playoffs. They were like the Hurricanes we just talked about. Felt like they were a mediocre team for a while. Couldn't quite get that push in the playoffs, and last year felt like they got it. Yeah. So I think there could be a dangerous team in the next couple of years.
They could have some fuel. Yeah, for sure to get it going.
Moving over to the National League, starting in the East. Plus 130 is the New York Mets. Plus 175, Philadelphia Phillies. Atlanta Braves are plus 280. Miami Marlins plus 2,700. And the Washington Nationals plus 7,500. What you got, Jay?
This one's tough.
This one's a little bit tougher.
I think the Mets will do it. I think they did enough. The Phillies, I just lost hope with the Phillies. It's like year after year they can't get it done. I think the Phillies and Mets will be real close. The
top 2 teams in this division are the same way. It feels like they're really good every year. We can't get it done because the Mets can't win a division.
Yeah, but at least the Mets, they've been like retooling and like different landscapes. The Phillies have the same team. They're super good, and then they don't. They just. I think if the Mets get it together, they will. Second year Soto, I think they'll be good.
That's a really good pick.
Second year Soto.
We haven't agreed on any yet. This is the first one. Give me the Braves.
Oh.
Give me the Braves.
Now.
Give me Acuna, healthy Acuna for an entire year.
That'll be fun.
Give me Chris Sale. Give me that Strider if he comes back. I think people forget how good he was before he got hurt. And a lot of players on this team, I like Michael Harris, center fielder. I like when this team is healthy. I really, really like them. Moving over to the Central, my division. Plus 110 is the Chicago Cubs. Milwaukee Brewers are plus 230. Cincinnati Reds plus 500. Pittsburgh Pirates plus 550. And the St. Louis Cardinals are plus 3,000. That is the worst we've come over yet. It's going to be a tough year, guys. I'm really sad.
That's okay. We'll be with you.
One interesting thing what is to keep an eye out for, the Cardinals are one of, I'm not sure how many, not very many. I think it's under 5 teams that have never lost 100 games in a regular season.
Wow.
We have never lost 100 games. Woo! This could be the year. That's about what I'm praying for. That's what I'm rooting for. Don't lose 100 games. So we'll see. It'll actually make it
high
fun this season.
High hopes. Yeah. What's the odds on Pittsburgh?
They're plus 550.
I might put some money on that.
That's not a bad bet.
Just for fun.
That's not a bad bet. I like the team with Connor Griffin coming up.
They got some players coming
up. Bryson Chandler coming
Feels
up.
Feels like the offense has just been waiting, and it's got to give something this year. I think I'll go Milwaukee because how they ended last year. I liked how they looked, but I might put some money on Pittsburgh.
First agreement. I'll agree with Milwaukee just because probably I would not ever say the Cubs. I hate the Cubs. But I would pick Milwaukee. They're the team they're probably the most consistent team in the last couple of years of division. They never win the playoffs, but they're always right there in their division and seem to win it. I like the Brewers in this division as well. And then finishing the NL West, the Dodgers are minus... I'm going to start on the other side. So we're tied with the Rockies at plus 3,000 for the...
No, they're 30,000.
Sorry, plus 30,000. My bad. That's not even close. Then the Arizona Diamondbacks are plus 2,200. San Francisco Giants plus 1,700.
Colorado's minus...
They're plus 30,000.
30,000?
To win the division.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
I might put some money on it just because.
Put $1 on it. It's worth it.
That's hilarious.
San Diego Padres are second at plus 950. And the LA Dodgers are minus 700 to win their division.
I don't think that's good.
Also, not another bad bet as your Padres win that division.
Yeah. Because they almost did last year. And the Dodgers know they don't have to try in the regular season.
Yeah.
Even
you
San
got?
Francisco. I mean,
Who you got?
the Dodgers.
You got the Dodgers.
But I'm saying it. I don't think the odds tell the story.
Yeah, you got it. I want to pick the Padres so bad, but you have to pick the Dodgers.
No, yeah.
You saw last year, I think we talked about all year, like they're not this world beater, they're not this insane team that we thought they might be, but they still won the division, they still won the World Series. They're getting into that mode where they know they don't have to try crazy hard and they'll still win the division and still at least compete for a World
Arizona
Series.
will be a lot better this year too.
I could see Arizona
This is
being
probably.
better.
I would. Do you think this is better than the AL East now? It's close. Colorado's there, dragging things down. Not quite.
No, just because if the Dodgers are even plus 200 or minus 200, it'd be different. But it feels like it's everybody fighting for second place in the
Dodgers
division.
are just so good. It's everybody against the Dodgers.
It's everybody against the Dodgers this year. Going over to the World Series odds, this is what I can't believe who was staying in second place World Series odds, but
Wait, let me guess.
the Los Angeles Dodgers are plus 200 to win the World Series. The next team
That's
is plus
crazy.
1,000. Who do you think it is? Plus 1,000. I'm surprised.
You were
they're
surprised?
There. I'm surprised they're there.
I think this is.
Do you see it? You're looking at it?
Well, not because I think they're a good team. I think it's because of their name.
Yeah,
I think that'll give it away.
Oh, Yanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why the Yankees are number 2.
Well,
Plus
Garrett
1,000.
Cole's back.
They're not.
They could be solid. Aaron Judge chokers.
We know they'll do good in the regular season
Dude.
at least.
What? The Orioles are 2, 3, 4, 5, 9th to win the World Series,
That's
and
not-
they're like 3rd in their division. 4th
They're below the Cubs.
They're
which is
fourth.
kind of
That means
surprising.
the AL East
in their
says.
division.
Wait, who else? Boston and Toronto are above
Boston,
them?
Toronto, are right above them, and
Boston?
then the Yankees. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
I don't know about that.
There is 1,
I like Boston.
2,
I mean, I don't
3,
like Boston. I
4.
don't think it'd be good.
There are 4 of the top 7 are all in the AL East.
That's crazy.
That's insane.
We're the Rays.
That's insane.
Uh,
So we'll start with it. Let's go with the top 10. At 1 is the Dodgers plus 200. 2 is the Yankees plus 1,000. Mariners are plus 1,200. Mets are plus 1,300. Phillies plus 1,600. Red Sox 1,600. Toronto Blue Jays 1,700. Chicago Cubs 1,800. Baltimore Orioles plus 2,000. Atlanta Braves plus 2,000. And Detroit Tigers plus 2,200. The Tampa Bay Rays are plus
20th?
10,000 at. So that was 10.
just start from the bottom up.
Put some money on
30,
it.
29, 28, 27.
I think it's 27, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25. 23.
23.
We are at 24. Plus
What?
25,000.
You're right below us?
We are the only two.
Yeah, you're not. What are you
30,
talking
29, 28. Sorry. Why did I say
You're
that?
20.
Scoot
We're
back,
28.
buddy.
The only
You
two
don't-
teams that are worse than us are the two teams that are both plus 50,000, and that's the Rockies and the Nationals. I'm a Cardinals fan. We have 11 World Championships. I've never ever been in this situation going into a regular season. I cannot remember.
I'm sorry,
sad.
dude.
It's really sad. We're below the White Sox and the Angels and the Marlins.
Yeah.
That's a tough scene.
It's a tough place to be.
Andrew, who would be your sneaky pick to win the World Series?
Ooh.
At least make it.
At least make it to the World
Dodgers
Series.
are probably going to win.
I think the one that's obvious that I talk about is the Orioles.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are
plus
talking about that.
2,000 just because of what they were supposed to be last year.
Yeah.
Like they were supposed to be a team that competed for the World Series last year and they fell off. And then so that expectation isn't there anymore. And it seems like when teams don't have that expectation anymore, they play a lot better.
And they picked up a couple guys.
Yeah. I think the two teams at plus 2,000, them and the Braves, is also another one with an entire season of Ronald Acuna Jr. is huge for that team. I mean, Matt Olson, that team still has so many good players I think we forget about.
Oh, yeah.
Because they were bad last year and
Yep.
not great the year before. But having Ronald Acuna back, having that, I think a very good rotation if Strider comes back. Adding, like, they've had Sale last couple of years with Strider not healthy, Acuna not healthy. I think those two teams will probably be my sneaky picks to at least make it to the World Series, if not win it. I personally don't think the Dodgers will. They barely did last year, and I think it's even harder to three-peat than it is two-peat.
Oh, boy.
I hope they don't, because probably if the Dodgers win, there will be a strike, and I love baseball, and I don't want that to happen. So, it is a season of everybody against the Dodgers. That's what it's. There's a villain. There's a Thanos. It is the Los Angeles Dodgers, and I would take the Cubs right now to win over the Los Angeles Dodgers, which is I cannot stand the Cubs. I hate the Cubs more than any other team in this world. Maybe the Ohio State, but it's right up there. Like I'm a huge baseball fan. I cannot stand the Cubs. I think I would take them over the Dodgers.
Hopefully we don't have any Cubs fans listening.
I think we do.
And Jess.
Hi, Vince.
Oh.
JJ,
how about you? How about you? Sneaky World Series pick.
I don't know.
Because there's always a couple teams. Last year, I think it was the Mariners that is like, oh wow, they're all of a sudden really good.
Yeah, I think the Orioles and the Braves, obviously. I think the Rangers could be back. I think.
The Padres being at plus 3,000 is kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I expect them to be higher.
Who else is I looking at here? Let me see.
You could throw a lot of
Kansas
these
City,
teams
we
in
said
there.
would win the division. You want to go Kansas City?
Love it.
Kansas City is that team that I feel like again maybe win a division, but it'd be tough to see them winning a World Series.
Yeah. Oh, you said
Like,
World Series. Yeah.
Yeah, we're saying World Series. So,
But I just can't. If you're asking me field or Dodgers, I don't know if anybody's beating them.
Yeah.
I take the field, honestly. I would.
It's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
It's gonna
I just want to talk real quick a little about the MVP odds and the Cy Young odds. In the American League, your favorite at plus 185 is Aaron Judge. Just for MVP. Second is Bobby Witt. Third, Cal Raleigh. Fourth, Julio Jones. Fifth is Nick Kurtz, which I love. A guy, star for the A's last year. He'll get traded away. It's what A's guys. But having an A win an MVP would be great. And then fifth is Vladimir Guerrero Jr., who I say has an MVP because Shohei stole it from him. Dude, the Dodgers just keep getting worse and worse. In the National League, your MVP odds obviously start with Shohei Ohtani. He is minus money to win the MVP. He's at minus 140.
That's
Stupid. It's so dumb. Next is Juan Soto at plus 700. You know, Ronald Acuna at plus 1100. Fernando Tatis Jr., Francisco Lindor, and Corbin Carroll round out your favorites to win the MVP. In the Cy Young, in the American League, the top two guys, there's one in the National League, there's one in the American League. They're probably going to lead this for the next 5 years. Tariq Skubal is at plus 240 to win in the American League. Garrett Crochet is second. Cole Ragans, that is the other Royals pitcher that I forgot about, who had an incredible year last year, is plus 1,200. Like I said, that Royals pitching staff is incredible. Hunter Brown is fourth, and then Max Fried is fifth. And in the National League, obviously, Paul Skeens is also plus 240. Sorry. In second is Yoshinobu Yamamoto.
Surprised Shohei's not there.
Yeah, I'm surprised Shohei's not there. It's kind of loud. Even though he's not going to pitch, but I'll still be there.
He's at plus 2,200.
Yeah, that sounds about right. In third is Christopher Sanchez of the Philadelphia Phillies. Fourth is Chris Sale, Logan Webb, and then Zach Wheeler of the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phillies have two guys in the top 5 odds in the Cy Young. That's very well to see. I would love to see a full year of Zach Wheeler. I'm not a huge Phillies fan, but I do like Zach Wheeler. So that could be really fun. So yeah, that's kind of just setting up the MLB season, guys. It's here. I'm so excited to watch baseball. I'm so excited to have baseball on my screen every single night, just in the background. Don't even have to be sitting and watching it. Just have it there. Look at the Cardinals score every day, just to see how bad they are.
Yep.
It's a weird year because I've never actually looked up to see how bad the Cardinals are going to be. So
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
I don't think it's going to be okay, but I'll figure it out. All right.
We can watch other stuff.
Moving on to our number one thing. It is obviously basketball. It is March Madness.
W's.
It's NBA. It is the women's bracket is going on like crazy. Guys, it is crazy. Ben could not be more excited right now. Ben, let's talk some basketball.
Yeah, dude, my women's bracket is doing really good.
You just picked all the number 1 seeds.
I did, and I'm. Well, it's funny because I have like, so you know how the men's right now, like a good bracket has like still 1750 max or something like that, and my women's bracket has like plus 1850 max, but I'm still in the only 65th percentile in the nation. So that's just how it goes. No, we don't have to talk about the women's at all.
Start with the NBA.
Start with the NBA, sure.
If you have anything from that.
I don't have a lot, but we can talk about. Obviously, it's winding down. We already are like 65 to 70 games through the season, so it's getting close to the playoffs, which is always fun. I'll just say the bad teams are really bad, and they're continuing to tank. The Pacers won last night, but they were on like they had won one of their 24 games since the All-Star break. So they're in the ultimate tank alongside the Wizards and the Nets in the East. And then in the West, the Kings and the Jazz are very, very low down there. So beyond that, it's kind of the same story as it has been. There hasn't been a lot of shakeup in the standings. I would say the biggest shakeup is probably the Eastern buy-in teams. Bucks and Bulls are pretty well eliminated, and now it's going to be the Hornets, Heat, and Magic in that buy-in spot, unless the Sixers and the Hawks slide a little bit. So that's kind of how that's going. But I mean, the East, like the teams in the East aren't like insanely good, but the bubble teams are just not good at all. So it'll be pretty obvious which teams make the playoffs. It's probably going to be the Pistons, Celtics, Knicks, Cavs in the semifinal. And then the West, the top two are juggernauts, and that's the best way we can say it. Spurs have won so many of their last, I forget how many. Like, it's they win so much, you forget how often.
Spurs going to win the championship.
It's so tough. Wembanyama is the best player I've ever seen.
22-2 in the last 21 games.
Yeah. I mean, but the Thunder are right there with them. So I think we're looking forward to an insane 7-game series between the Spurs and the Thunder. And that's all I can say about that.
And whoever wins that is going to absolutely mop the East.
I would assume so, especially if. That's right. I didn't mention that since last time. Cade Cunningham, obviously the best player on the best team in the East, suffered a collapsed lung, so he has been out for an extended amount of time. He was diving for a loose ball, and the defender kneed him in the side of the rib cage. Nasty injury. So that is obviously going to affect potentially the early playoffs. I hope that doesn't keep him out too long, because that would be a shame.
I think the thing I'm hoping for is if the Celtics figure it out. Because
right.
If they figure it out and everyone's healthy, I think they could at least have a really good series with the Western champion. But otherwise, yeah.
Yeah, if they can get Nikola Vucevic back as their starting center,
they're scary.
That'd be awesome. Obviously, Jason Tatum's back, and he's already averaging 19 points a game. That's terrifying. So yeah, I agree. If they can get everything figured out, because like all of their guys have stepped up and taken a new role, and now adding your superstar back, they could be very dangerous. And the fact that they're still second in the East without Jason Tatum the whole year is insane. So insane.
Also, what's going on with the Lakers?
Yeah,
they look good right now.
That's a really interesting one.
Is LeBron James going back for one last dance?
Good?
No. LeBron James can score some points, but he's a liability on defense, and last night he had 0 points at halftime. He was probably plus minus negative 35.
It's so sad. You don't even see it coming. They just fade.
Yeah.
They just fade.
And then every once in a while he has a posterizing dunk, and everyone's like, oh, he's back.
He dives on the floor one time.
Skins his knee. The Lakers are really good because of Luka Doncic, and only because of Luka Doncic. He's still averaging 33 points a game, 7.9 rebounds, 8.3 assists. We are numb to how good of a stat line that is.
Yeah.
That's insane. That is insane. Along with LeBron James' 21 points a game, Austin Reeves 23.5 points a game. They're really good, and they added a sharpshooter. They have Jake LaRavia and Luke Kennard added to their shooters. Who was the other one they added? They just got someone recently. I guess it's probably just Luke Kennard. They're definitely dangerous. It's just if a team can figure out how to shut down Luka, that'd be good. But in the past, teams have not figured out how to shut down Luka. So
Austin Reeves, though.
I'm not too fond of Austin.
It's amazing how similar the comparison is to the NHL. Like the Eastern Conference, you have Boston, who's like the Lightning, and then everyone else is basically new. Because Indiana's out, Milwaukee's out, even Chicago. All these teams have flipped, and then in the West, it's just juggernauts. It's going to be so fun in the playoffs.
Yeah, the dynasties.
The Western Conference playoffs will be exceptional.
Yeah, the Celtics and Knicks are kind of the same teams, but the Cavs have flipped the rosters. Pistons are new.
So
Raptors is interesting.
Right now, the series would be OKC would play the Clippers first round. San Antonio would play Phoenix. Lakers would play the Rockets. And Denver would play Minnesota.
That'd be a great series.
It would be sick.
I hope all the superstars can stay healthy. It makes for such a fun playoff.
I hope Golden State makes it too.
I don't think they're gonna. I think Steph is out for the year. Personally, I think he's out. He says he's gonna come back. I don't think so. And now that Moses Moody is injured for the year, I didn't talk about that yet. Moses Moody tore his. I forget the official diagnosis. Let me see if I can find it.
Tore his leg in half.
His kneecap was on the side of or the top of his knee. what is the diagnosis? A torn left patellar tendon. That's the tendon that goes.
Let's just say that put him in a bad mood.
Oh, okay. That's the tendon that goes over top of the kneecap. Yeah, that's not good if you're Moses Moody. I think that's really all I have for the NBA. Like I said, if players stay healthy, it's going to be really fun. One other kind of big thing in the NBA is the 65 game rule. I'm sure that you guys are familiar with that by now. Yeah. The players of the NBA are calling for a change. I don't know. I'm torn. I really like the 65 game rule because it emphasizes playing those games. Missing 20 games is a lot. That's a lot. And I think it's important that we keep a rule like that in place. They're probably just going to change to 72 games or something. I don't know. But I wish they'd keep it. I wish they would keep it.
But the NBA is just being overwhelmed by
some other
the junior athletes who actually care about the sport.
Yeah. Oh, let's go. This is what I can talk about.
Yes. All right. First, like we always say, how tuned in have you been for March Madness?
I've been very tuned in. I've tried to watch every single game. I believe I have at least tuned in at least some to every single game. This is, like I said, I tune in to March Madness as much as I can. It's so nice when you make a bracket and you follow everything and there's competition, because when you feel like you have skin in the game, you're gonna pay attention to every single second, every single game. I've been locked into March Madness. It is so fun. I feel like my prediction about the tournament so far has gone pretty much what I thought. The top seeds, some of them are gonna lose, but I still think one of the top ones will come out on top. It's looking that way so far. But it has been a very, very fun tournament so far. So fun. JJ, were you able to watch it in Punta Cana?
Yeah, about that.
Oh, no.
Dominican Republic is not a good place for streaming. I will tell you that. I could not get anything on YouTube TV. I could not get on anything because they didn't accept that. I tried a VPN and tried to get it from Miami. I tried everything I could. They had one channel, ESPN3, where I could get March Madness games. But here's what it would do is if there was a halftime or a game ended, it would go to another game, no matter what was going on. So, there was a really good 7-10 game going on or something, and they would go to a 1-16 game, and it would just stay there because it only changed when it got to halftime, and then it would go to another game. So it was stuck on certain games. So, I think it was Kentucky and whatever, that weird team out west, Mountain West team.
Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, the best game of the whole first round. I couldn't watch it because it was on I don't know, Michigan and Howard or something. So that's really sucked. I couldn't really watch it by the pool, but I caught enough action. It was good.
First round had a couple good games, but enough where you could kind of get by with just following along.
The Miami game was on, so
yep, that was great game. Let's just start from the top. Let's just go down.
I like it.
Obviously, last time when we were
I like that sentence. Let's start from the top and then let's go down.
Get out of this guy over here. Starting at the top, going down. No, when we were recording last time, Texas and NC State were playing. Texas barely won that one. They won by 2. NC State eliminated. And then Howard beat UMBC. I think Howard is one of the worst teams to ever be put in the field.
Yeah,
they've been Prairie View. But then they gave Michigan a run. We'll go about that later. Miami, Ohio beat SMU. What a game that was. Miami, Ohio shot the most threes in any tournament game ever. They shot 41 three-point field goals. 16 for 41. Elmer, shout out Elmer. He had a game of his life. Yeah. That was insane. That was so much fun to watch. They just, every time they, and by the way, it was a home court advantage in where was it? Dayton, I think. It was insane. The crowd was electric.
Yeah, I want to talk about that later. We'll get to it.
What's that? The home court advantages?
Home court advantages. Keep going.
You guys want, okay. Then, like I said, Prairie View beat Lehigh. Prairie View is not good, but they did get a win over Lehigh, so that's good for them. And then starting out on Thursday afternoon, I hate how they do this. I've already said this. They always have an 8-9 game first, and it wrecks half of our brackets right off the bat.
Yeah, how'd that start for you?
I had all of my brackets choosing Ohio State. I was high on Ohio State. I don't like the school, but I loved their team.
I did too. Bruce Thornton. They had some great players.
I had all my brackets at TCU, so.
Okay.
Name me one player from TCU, Andrew, go.
I'm not a basketball fan. I can name you that. I just
Right.
told you TCU was gonna
Bruce Thornton was his story was fantastic. The first time he makes March Madness, I wish he would have won a game. Unfortunately, it was a great game.
It was a very
really good game.
I watched like the entire game.
Last second shot, game winner with 4.4 seconds, and then Bruce Thornton couldn't get the half court shot to fall. TCU wins by 2. What a finish! TCU was a fun team to watch. Next game, Nebraska blew out Troy. Some people had them as an upset. That did not work
Never
out.
happened.
Troy was not very good in
Never
that
was
game.
gonna happen.
They scored 47 points total. And then I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm really sorry. I said last episode that USF was going to win. And that was the national consensus. Everyone thought USF was going to win. Louisville was out. Their best player was out. USF had been hot coming into the tournament. They were offensive masters.
I picked them in every bracket.
I picked them in every bracket.
USF?
You had picked
Except
Louisville.
one. I picked Louisville. in
You
one.
had picked Louisville to go to the Final Four, I believe, in some of your brackets.
in one.
Obviously, in hindsight,
is good. You saved me with that.
It's good I saved you.
But I felt lied to because I think I had picked
Right.
Louisville in all my brackets.
Right.
And then you guaranteed USF was going to beat them. I was like, all right.
USF
I'm picking
pooped their pants.
USF shot. Let me pull the stats up.
Horrific.
This was
I
USF's
texted,
game to win.
After this game, I texted Ben on the group chat, and I was like, I feel lied to.
And I said, I feel lied to as well.
But
I said, I'm
you're
sorry,
the
but-
basketball guy. You're supposed to know this.
Listen to this stat line. Louisville shot 53.8% from the field. Unheard of in March. I mean, just unheard of for Louisville. USF shot 39%. That's not bad. But then they shot 15% from 3. 5 for 33. That's not going to get it done.
Lied to.
Louisville had 22 turnovers, and they still won this game. 22-9.
It was a fumble job.
Besides that, Louisville dominated everything else.
Except the scoreboard.
Yeah, I think that was kind of a crazy coincidence, but nonetheless, Louisville won. Oops, I just got rid of my app. Let me pull that back up. Sorry about that. Friday.
Both
Thursday.
USF and UCF just fumbled the bag.
I don't think USF was gonna ever win that game, so I'm not worried about them.
UCF.
UCF, yes. I'm sorry.
UCF. I thought
They could have won that one, but I would not give them a
I never
chance.
had them.
Next game on the docket. A lot of people picked this upset as well. I did not. I was not high on them. Wisconsin lost to High Point. I've said all year, or I've said the last half of the year, Wisconsin is that team that's either gonna make the Final Four or lose to High Point. And here they are. They lost to High Point. It was a good game. Great game. High Point had, what was it? Game-winning, a drive.
game-winning layup. Fast break.
Game-winning drive fast break layup from Johnston, number 99.
There was no defense in that game.
No, not at all.
Did you know that was Johnson's first 2-pointer of the season?
There's always that one
It's
white dude.
insane.
Yep.
That's
There's
one
always
thing you
one.
can
He was
always
the
bet on. It's crazy. You know
Yep.
he went to SCF and Stetson.
Really?
Hometown hero. Yep, crazy game. Both teams shot the lights out. They both went 35+% from 3. And High Point gets the upset over Wisconsin. That busted a lot of brackets. Also helped a lot. Did you guys have High Point?
No.
I picked them in 3 out of 6.
Okay, so you had some.
I didn't pick him in any. I had Wisconsin going.
3 out of 5. I only made 5.
I think I had Wisconsin going to the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
2 of them.
I was
Maybe
hoping
3.
Wisconsin would get hot. And
Maybe
make the Sweet
I'll
16.
just use the one that I created for the podcast.
Yeah, probably just do that.
I'll just use
Do
one.
yeah. Next game of the day, Duke has a scare with Siena. There's always one of those 1-seed games. This year there was kind of 2. But Duke obviously wins in the long run. We kind of knew coming into this with missing 2 starters that it'd be a little shaky, but not that shaky. Siena was up at one point in time.
It was
Obviously,
the type of game where Siena was up early and Duke started to creep back. You're like, if Duke takes the lead, Duke's going to win.
Yeah.
And I believe a little over halfway through the second half, they finally took the lead and it's over.
yeah,
Duke's
Siena led at 13 in the half,
Yeah.
which is insane for a 1-seed. Then Duke obviously comes back, wins by 6. Duke kind of went into that game. They literally said this as players that they came in thinking it was going to be a cakewalk, and it was not. So we do not want that mindset going into games. Next one, a lot of people had McNeese upsetting Vanderbilt. That did not happen. Vanderbilt looked really good in that game. Poor McNeese. No more aura farming for them. Michigan State dominates North Dakota. I think that was a no-doubter for everyone. Arkansas beat Hawaii. There were people that had Hawaii winning.
Never understood that one.
I didn't either, and I kind of explained it last episode. They're not going to stop Acuff. Hawaii just couldn't stop the athleticism from that team. They were getting alley-oops left and right. It was insane to watch. Arkansas dominates in that one. And then a game that I think I'm very proud of predicting, but a lot of people also predicted this. UNC loses in overtime to VCU.
I had that in every single one of my brackets.
Yep, I did too. I was high on VCU the entire year, or starting in the conference tournaments. Obviously, UNC, you gotta feel bad for them. You gotta feel bad for them. They had the game. They also didn't have their best player.
Did they score 19 points in the second half? I think North Carolina scored 19 points in the second half.
No,
I think so. I thought I saw that somewhere. Like it was something like because they were up big.
No, 36. No.
Okay.
VCU just scored 11 more points than them. Okay. So VCU was down 11 at half. They got down by 19 at one point in time.
That's what it was. They're down 19.
Yeah, and then VCU comes all the way storming back, scores more points than them. In overtime, they get the huge win. That was a really fun game. It was intense. They had a long three in overtime to seal the win. And then Visar could not get the job done. Michigan, I don't really have to talk about that one much. Michigan kind of had a scare in the first half, and then they remembered who they were. Won by 20. Texas A&M beat St. Mary's. I was not high on St. Mary's. I don't know if any of you had them winning.
Unfortunately.
You were? Okay.
I don't like either of those teams.
Yeah, it's one of those that they could have upset them, but...
Randy Bennett's gone.
Well, technically it wasn't upset. A&M was the 10 seed.
I would say he's promoted, though. Didn't he go to Cincinnati, or where did he go? Something like that.
He went to Arizona State.
Arizona State.
That's all right. He'll have better recruits.
He'll have more money.
Yeah, a lot more money.
Then one of the surprises of the tournament, I think, was Texas over BYU.
Got that one.
I had Texas winning in one of my brackets. I thought BYU was going to be led by AJ.
Actually, no, I picked BYU on this one.
This was another one I felt lied to, Ben. Because I wanted to pick I wanted to pick Texas. And you convinced me that BYU is still like.
I thought DeBatsa would have enough.
I picked them in one. I know I picked Texas in one.
I picked them in a few.
Because like DeBatsa, he's been talking about all year. BYU has not been that good of a team all year. Like I had not trusted them all year. And then I don't know. It was my own fault. I should have picked Texas because
it was such a tough game to pick.
And then I got convinced. I don't know who had.
It was such a tough game to pick because obviously they've been missing their second best player the entire year. But we thought AJ could lead them, and he did. He had 35 points. He had half of their points. He just couldn't get the job done. The other guys didn't step up on defense. Their defense was slacking the entire game.
Texas was hot off their win, too.
They were, yeah.
It's a tough draw.
So Texas wins that one. That was a surprise, but it was a fun game nonetheless. Iowa dominates Penn. Penn looked horrible. Illinois. Illinois scored 105 points. That's impressive. You know else who scored over 100 points? St. Louis. Georgia looked horrible.
Yep.
Georgia did not look like a tournament team. St. Louis embarrassed them. I did not have St. Louis winning in any of my brackets.
I had that in all of them.
Because I just thought, okay, how is this mid-major going to beat Georgia, the athletic defensive juggernauts of the SEC? And they made them look like a JV team. So that was cool. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar had a great game. He was so fun to watch in that game. Let me see his stat line real quick. He had a very good one. Obviously, I'm talking about Robbie Avila. He had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists on a very efficient 1 of 2, 3, 4 of 6 field goal. But his presence was very, very known, plus or minus 30. And then Houston dominates Idaho, and Gonzaga gets the win over Kennesaw State. Nothing there. Whew. Day two. Anything else for day one? I'm sorry,
No, keep it rolling.
Keep rolling.
All right,
Only at the big ones.
Starting out with a great game, huge game. I was freaking out at work. My coworkers thought I was crazy. Kentucky wins in overtime over Santa Clara. What a game!
Bad beat. I'd Santa Clara in all my brackets.
I did not like them from the jump. They almost got it. Let's just run down the end of end of regulation. Kentucky gets a contested 2 to tie the game. Santa Clara comes down, gets a crazy 3-point shot, kind of the fadeaway to the left, gets it to fall. They're up by 3 with like 2.5 seconds left or something like that. What was it? It was...
Yeah, it's like 2.2 seconds.
2-point-something seconds left. Whatever. Quick, Santa Clara's trying to call a timeout to set up their defense. They get the ball in fast. Kentucky dribbles down from like 3/4 or 1/4 court, chucks up the three, banks it in, and I was like, that got me so hyped.
First madness moment.
First like big time
insanely
moment.
mad moment.
I remember I was at work. I had been out of the. Daryl was sitting in the truck watching. I had to go out and talk to a customer a little bit, and he had Kentucky in the game. I had Santa Clara, and he just like gets out of the truck and is like shaking his head. I'm like, yes. Like, Santa Clara won, it's over, because it was, like, right between the threes. And then he just goes, ah! I'm like, what just happened? And then like, he showed me the replay. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. Like, I love the Santa Clara team. I thought they were going to win. And that just feels like a bad beat.
It was insane. It was a crazy game. And then in overtime, Kentucky just pounded out the win.
Once that went to overtime, it was...
over.
Kentucky won that one.
Yeah.
Crazy game. That was so much fun. I was kind of rooting for Aberdeen former Gator. I don't really care, but anyway. Texas Tech beats Akron. A lot of people had predicted Akron to win that one.
Me too.
That was not even close.
It sucked because I had Santa Clara and Akron, my two upsets for the day in the first two games, and started up two.
Not a great start.
I just want to set this up before we forget. The favorites were 16-0 on day 2.
Yeah. Yes, they were. Which is okay. I think that's fine.
No, it's boring.
Akron shot 43% from the field. Texas Tech shot 64%.
Akron looked terrible. They couldn't hit even layups. It was bad.
All 9 seeds won, too.
Yes, that's true. Which all 9 seeds were favored, which is kind of crazy. Arizona beats LAU by a lot of points. Virginia gets away from Wright State. They kind of had a scare there for a second. That was a good game. Iowa State beats Tennessee State by quite a bit. Alabama beats Hofstra by quite a bit. I don't know if anyone had predicted them to win. I did not see that happening at all, personally.
Day 2. Who do I...
Quite a few dominant wins there to start out the day, besides obviously Santa Clara. And then, I'm not sure if you guys had Utah State winning. I was very high on them coming into the bracket.
I think I had 1, but that was the game I was very split on.
Yep, I did not like Villanova in that game. Utah State gets to win. They were a very underseeded 9 seed. I think they could have been higher, like I said last episode. And then, poor Miami of Ohio. Could not even get close to Tennessee. Miami was up for the first 5 minutes maybe, and then Tennessee started on a roll and did not stop. By halftime, they were up by almost 20. So, poor Miami, Ohio. It was fun while it lasted. 32-2, insane. Where's their coach going? He's going somewhere, right?
I don't think so.
I think he might be going somewhere.
Oh. Yeah, he is.
I forget where.
Georgia Tech or something.
Something better. He's getting an upgrade. Good for him. He gets a good season and gets out of there. That'll be fun to watch. Tennessee, like I said, Tennessee is hot. I had them going to my Sweet 16 in several of my brackets, and we'll go about that later. Then another 8-9 game that I had Clemson winning in just about every bracket. Iowa upsets Clemson. You could say it's an upset. I think a lot of people had Iowa as well.
I know.
Great showing from their starting point guard Sturtz. He's very good. St. John's gets a dominant win over UNI. Then you said something about UCF earlier. Did you have them winning?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
I like them. I watched them early in the
UCF.
year. I think they beat a top 5 seed. I can't remember who it was.
Well, they hung with Kansas. Obviously, they're in the Big 12, so they hung with some of those teams.
Had John Bull. I mean, they were loaded. Bubbles.
Other son. They got so many sons. UCF beat BYU. Who'd they beat? Yeah, they beat Kansas again this year. They hung with Arizona. Yeah, they were solid. I just really liked UCLA coming into this, and they did pull out the win in that one. Purdue beats Queens by quite a bit. Miami. Okay, what were you saying about home court advantage? Because you guys won by almost 20.
I think it's stupid to have. I know it's tough to schedule these games because there's 64 of them, but you have a lower seed basically playing at home against a higher seed. Like, I understand Duke. Okay, Duke's playing in Greenville. That's a home game, but they're the number 1 seed.
That's fine.
That's fine. But if you have a 7 seed and a 10 seed, I feel like that should be either neutral or closer to the 7 seed, no? And just Missouri fans were everywhere. It was all Missouri fans, and then the next game with Purdue the same way. I feel like we played 2 away games in the tournament, which sucks.
For those that don't know, Miami played Missouri in St. Louis, Missouri.
Right.
So it was a home game for Missouri. They had
and we still beat them by 14.
Yes.
I had Miami in my Elite 8 in this one, so that didn't work out.
Yeah, I liked Miami coming into this as well. I was a little scared about that home court advantage, but they took care of business. Kansas had a little bit of a scare.
I actually picked Baptist, not in this one, but in a
Okay.
couple of them.
California Baptist. I didn't know much about them at all going into the tournament, but they did have a little bit of a scare. Peterson still got out for 28 points. That's insane.
He's just too good for that.
Yeah. UConn, I don't know if they had a scare, but they hung,
They were
or
bad.
Furman hung with UConn. I didn't get many eyes in this game. I probably went to bed before that one even started.
UConn shot so poorly.
Yeah, but nonetheless, UConn gets the win. And then the last game the 9:45 slot, Florida versus Prairie View. That was the largest win since I think 1949 in March Madness. Florida was tied 15-15 in the first half. They proceeded to score, I think it was 35 unanswered, and they ended up winning by 63. Or, I'm sorry, they were up by 63 at one point. Poor Prairie View, Florida could not miss a single shot.
Yeah, that was bad.
Unfortunately, that did not carry over. Anyway, that was the second day. What a day. Not much happened outside of maybe some people that thought upsets were going to happen, and then they did not.
Let's see, who are upsets we had?
There was none besides 8
all the 9
seeds.
seeds won.
Yeah.
High Point was your biggest upset. So the 12 seed was your biggest upset. Kind of disappointing, but at least some of the lower seeds made a push.
Yeah,
VCU, your
definitely.
11, Texas, an 11 seed.
Some very good
they moved
games.
on.
Santa Clara should have had it. Kentucky got lucky.
Yeah, there's some close ones.
moment.
It's never disappointing.
No.
It's never disappointing.
March
Round
Madness is never disappointing. All right, round 2, Saturday, March 21st. Starting strong, Michigan versus St. Louis. I had Michigan winning, but people wanted St. Louis to win. They wanted a good game, and Michigan said, "Nah, not today. I think we'll take care of business." It was close for a little while. I would say the first half they kind of hung with them, but then Michigan kind of pulled away. They ended up winning by 20 plus. Michigan State takes care of business over Louisville. That was kind of fun. Louisville hung with them for most of the game. I should say they kept it within 10 most of the game, but then Michigan State ultimately wins. Duke beats TCU in dominant fashion in the second half. Houston beats Texas A&M in dominant fashion. Houston's defense continues to look insanely good. And then this was a fun game, Gonzaga versus Texas. A lot of people had Gonzaga going all the way, right, Andrew?
I had one of my brackets.
That's crazy.
It was my second 2-minute warning one. That was like kind of my wild card one. I was kind of taking some chances, I
Big
thought.
EK fan.
But this was the one that was leading the bracket pool at this time. At the point Gonzaga lost, I was leading the 2-minute warning bracket pool. And now
Yeah, if Gonzaga would have won that game, he would still probably be in first
probably
place.
still be first
Besides
place.
Florida, maybe Florida ran that for you.
I
don't know. We'll get to that later. So yes, Gonzaga obviously was very far in a lot of people's brackets, but Texas plays the spoiler. Texas is an 11 seed, and they make the Sweet 16. By the way, for y'all out there, this is not a Cinderella story. I do not care what you say. Texas can never be Cinderella. Illinois plays spoiler on VCU. If I'm correct, yeah, VCU kept it close up until halftime. And then Illinois remembered that they have one of the best freshmen in the country and kind of took over, as well as the studs from overseas. And then probably by far the game of the day, Nebraska versus Vanderbilt. What an insane finish. The game overall, Nebraska was up by 10 pretty much the entire first half into the second half. Nebraska starts chipping away. Vanderbilt goes up by 5 with, I want to say 5 minutes left in the game. Nebraska hits some huge shots. Their guys, they just pull up from anywhere on the court. It's insane.
Both teams are hitting some insane shots in the stretch.
Frager and Mast hit some
Mighty
huge
Whites.
shots for him. Mast and Sanford both went 3 for 6 from 3 for Nebraska.
Junior?
What? Anyway, and then obviously the last couple plays.
Tyler Tanner's going to be pretty good for a while.
Yeah, I would say so.
He's a pretty good player.
Frager for Nebraska hits a game-tying or a game-winning 2-pointer layup. Crazy play there that was. And then Tanner has a very good look from half court, kind of the corner of half court. Guys, let me just
Go in.
let me just walk
Why
the
did that not
listeners
go
through
in?
it. It's in the air, and Tyler Tanner kind
I
of
didn't mean
like
to show this on the pod.
I don't know if I'm allowed to, but Tyler Tanner, when you're a good ball player, you're a good shooter, you know when a shot's going in.
Yeah.
And he kind of gets on he kind of like hunches down and he's like, that's going in.
Yeah, it looks
Nebraska
good.
fans are starting to Cobra. Everyone thinks, holy cow, that's going to go in. And it hits the backboard, hits the front rim, and then falls
Goes
out.
in.
No.
It goes
It hit
around
the
the
backboard, hit the front rim, and it hit
That's
back
what it is,
rim.
yeah.
It hit rim twice and bounced out.
And the ball was over halfway in the rim, and
It sucked because I had Vanderbilt in one of my final fours.
Yeah, I
He has
had Vanderbilt
had
going far.
two shots like that now this year. He had another one earlier to win it all.
It's insane. And, obviously the talk of the town was if they played with normal PSI basketballs from this regular season, Vanderbilt is still playing right now. But nonetheless,
Deflategate.
what a
Inflate
game.
gate.
What a game, what a shot. Great game. Then High Point loses to Arkansas. Arkansas kind of played a big brother there. It was close, but I kind of knew Arkansas was going to win the whole game. Sunday, this is kind of dragging on. Purdue gets the win over Miami. Miami was kind of playing within 10 the entire game, but Purdue was
it was back and forth the whole game, and then Purdue was just too experienced.
Yeah.
They just looked on a different level. We weren't going to stop them.
Yeah, Purdue was just, I think you have very good players, but they were just better all around. It's hard to beat.
They had Braden Smith, and he's just so smart, and he couldn't be stopped.
Yeah. So Purdue's moving on.
My Big Ten doing bad in the March Madness is taking a hit this year.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
You guys have football.
We'll go over it.
Iowa State beats Kentucky in dominant fashion. That was not even close ever. And then St. John's beats Kansas. I think a lot of us had that one.
I did. Yeah.
It was a scare. Some would say that St. John shouldn't have won that. Nonetheless, a beautiful play drawn up by
Was it?
Pitino. I don't know. You can.
It's a layup.
It was a great layup. I don't know if you saw the actual play. It was a good. Good.
It was a good way to get in the ball, but
yeah,
giving up a layup.
More like poor defense. But Kansas hung with them the entire game. What a game that was. St. John's moves on. Low scoring affair. You wonder if this is going to boost Peterson's draft stock. I would say it would. Virginia versus Tennessee. Like I said, Tennessee is hot. Tennessee beats Virginia. That was a fun game as well. Tennessee is in the elite or Sweet 16 as a 6th seed. That's fun. Arizona beats Utah State pretty dominantly. That was good. They were pretty much up the entire second half. Alabama beat Texas Tech in dominant fashion. Me and a couple friends, shout out Kaylin, Colton, Justin, Darren. We were watching that game in person, just the Alabama game. We weren't there for the earlier one. Alabama was up the entire game. Texas Tech had no answer for them. And it sucks for them because obviously they didn't have JT Toppin. Would have been a completely different game. But you can say the same thing about Alabama. They did not have Holloway. Obviously, he was smoking the entire game. I'm just joking. And then I know you guys want to talk about it so bad. I know you do. My Gators lost to Iowa. I'll let you guys talk about this because if I do, I might start crying.
Right now, that's for sure.
I might start crying.
Did you ever think you were going to go back to back?
No, I did not.
Okay.
No. Guys, I'll preface by saying this. They were not in any of my Elite Eights.
Yeah.
Florida was not in any of my Elite Eights.
Crazy.
I've watched them. I've watched them the entire year. I did not have any faith in them.
Their road is.
All right, no. You sound like you don't know ball.
Their road is the easiest.
You sound like you don't know ball. They lost to Kansas by 20 in the SEC tournament. How is that not a bad game? Nebraska beat Vanderbilt. How is that not a bad game? Illinois and Houston would both beat Florida by probably 10 plus points.
That's ludicrous. Houston would. Illinois, no way.
Illinois,
You cannot tell me Florida was not the hottest team coming into the tournament.
No, I don't think so.
Who was hotter?
I would say
Florida had won like 19 of the last 20 games.
Yeah, but they were scraping by. I shouldn't say that. They were winning good games, but they were beating these average SEC teams.
The eye test and the way they were the hottest team going into the tournament.
Sure.
And the way they played the first game.
I'll just say I
shot like 70%
watched them the entire year, and I knew they weren't going to make it far. I thought that they would beat Iowa or Clemson, but I thought that it was going to be a very close game, and then they'd lose to either Nebraska or Vanderbilt.
That's crazy.
That's what my prediction was.
You thought they would lose to Vanderbilt 2 times in a row?
Yes.
3 times this year?
No. No, they beat them once.
They gave up a bunch of points that games.
Nope, I saw it coming. And
shocking.
I did not see it coming in this fashion. I did not think that Todd Golden would get out-coached. But he did, and he made some crucial mistakes at the end of the game. Crucial, and I did not see that coming at all. And obviously...
Not getting a shot there at the end is criminal.
Well, that's not on him. That's on Lee, unfortunately.
I agree.
I think Lee should have gone up for the layup, but I'm sure he wanted
The
to go
defense
with
is
the
the
play.
problem, I think.
I think the problem was
A wide open three-pointer.
Iowa's player hitting a game winner when he should have been ejected earlier on.
Oh.
Is that controversial? Is that controversial?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if you're allowed to swing at someone in a basketball
That's
game,
fine.
but nonetheless, it was a great shot. It was a great play call. Bad defense, horrible defense.
Yeah,
And
like
Iowa. Iowa is the 9th best team in not just the March Madness, also the 9th best team in Big Ten. That's bad.
That's tough.
Iowa, Nebraska is going to be a whiteout, if you know what I'm talking
It
about.
might be a little snowy in that arena.
It will be a whiteout with no Penn State required.
I don't think Iowa's going to be close. Can you look up if Iowa has played Nebraska this year before?
Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah. All these white boys going at it.
I don't know. I think
that could be the best game of the whole tourney.
Nebraska's white boys are far superior to Iowa's white boys, in my opinion.
Well, Iowa's white boys were a lot better than Florida's boys.
Florida's dogs?
Florida had some white boys.
We did. Yep. Yeah, it was just a really sad game. It was also, talk about home court advantages, that was the loudest game I might have ever been at.
February 17th, 2026, Iowa defeats Nebraska 57-52.
57 points. This is going to be just like football. No points. Love that.
We didn't talk about Arkansas High Point because that was a fantastic game as well.
Also, March 8th, Nebraska defeats Iowa 84-75. So they've split this year.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of glossed over that one if we want to talk about it.
That was a great game. That Acuff.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the game. That was late at night.
Yeah. It was a really fun one. High Point stuck around. Thought they might pull it out. I think it was 88-87 or something like that at the end there.
Yeah, it was a Martin versus Acuff game. Martin had 30, Acuff had 35.
Yeah, that dude was going off.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. If
High Point would have been a good story.
High Point was awesome. Yeah,
Arkansas, Arizona would be a great game.
Definitely.
We got a lot of good.
What games are you looking forward to here in the
All right, well, we have a Sweet 16, so we only have 8 games. We can go over those real quick.
Sure.
This is kind of dragging on. I don't want to make it too long. Duke St. John's is going to be a really, really, really good... Actually, I'm sorry. Let me go in chronological order of when it's going to happen in the day.
Duke's going to mop.
I don't think so. I do not think so.
Duke is going to mop.
Starting Thursday at 7:10 p.m. Also, guys, what's with the late games? This is insane. That's a different story. Texas is going to play Purdue. Purdue probably going to win by 20, let's be honest. Texas is hot, but I think they've come to the end of their Cinderella story. And then obviously 7:30.
They're not Cinderella.
You know what I mean, though. 7:30, Iowa versus Nebraska. We kind of touched on that already. I'm torn of how that game's going to go. It's either going to be domination or another 56-50 game.
Could be gross.
Arkansas, Arizona. That'll be really good.
That'll be fun.
If Acuff has a good game. If he doesn't,
he will. He's going to score a lot. It's just
I like Arizona's defense.
Arizona is so good. I
think Arizona's going to win, but I think Acuff's not going to have trouble scoring.
Okay, sure. We can agree with that. Illinois, Houston.
That'll be a fun game.
That's going to be a great game. It's going to be Illinois' high-powered offense versus Houston's high-powered defense. That'll be really fun.
I think Houston might.
I'm curious, what is the over-under for total points in that game, if you want to try to find that?
I'll look for it. You keep rolling. I'll look for it.
Sure, sounds good. All right, that's all for Thursday. And then Friday, starting at 7:10 p.m., St. John's versus Duke, like I mentioned. I'm so excited for this game. Duke is going to have one of their starters back. He's still going to be on limited minutes, and then the other one is still out, I believe.
St. John's, the only thing I am worried with them is when your best player is a big man, and I know Duke's is too, but when your best player is a big man who can't shoot, and you don't have enough shooting around him, you're not going to do well.
Yeah, that's been St. John's Achilles heel the entire year. Do you have the line?
Houston, Illinois, 139.5.
That's about right. Yeah, that makes sense. About 62 each. St. John's has not been doing well at shooting the entire year, and that's been their downfall. But then they didn't shoot that bad versus Kansas.
But they only scored 67 points.
I should say they did shoot bad, but they shot better than they had all year. Mm-hmm. So it's just as far as percentage-wise.
Rick Pitino is going to have to coach probably his best game. That's saying a lot because he's a really good coach.
Yes, he will. Obviously, Duke is a powerhouse, so we'll see. But I think it's going to be a great
Duke
game.
Plus the points.
Sure.
I like it.
Duke is favored by 6.5 in that game. Next up, 7:35 p.m., Michigan versus Alabama. This will be a high-scoring game. Michigan scored 90-something versus Texas Tech. Obviously, they're a decent defense.
Scored 90.
Michigan is probably the best team in the field still.
Michigan scored 101 and 95.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a really high-scoring game. It's going to be a really fun game. Is Alabama going to have an answer for Mara? Their starting or their really big guy. I don't think so because no other team has had a stop for him so far.
If they have the NBA player still, they probably might.
He was pretty trash.
Is Alabama the most hated team in the field?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Besides Iowa, or that's just me.
Between them getting NBA players and their players having 3 pounds of kush.
No, just 2.1. Just 2.1.
Oh, sorry. I hope they get absolutely destroyed.
Yeah, I cannot dislike Alabama more. I agree with you, but also I kind of want them to win this game. I do. I have a bracket with them, and that would probably put me in the lead of every bracket pool I'm in, because everyone likes Michigan. But that'll be a really good game, good high scoring shootout. 9:45, Michigan State versus UConn. This is going to be a grueling battle. Some of the best coaches of college basketball history. Izzo versus Hurley. This will be really fun.
This or Arizona Arkansas will be best game.
I can agree with that. This will be really fun.
All games should be very, very fun.
Yeah, and it's because they're all high seeds. Tennessee versus Iowa State. This is an interesting
That one might be a
This is an interesting one. I don't think so. Currently Iowa State is favored by 4.5. I think it'll stay right by that line. I think, like I said all year, Tennessee is underrated, and I think that they'll be doing pretty good. All right, that's all for the games.
Do we want to talk about our bracket pool a little bit?
No.
Who's leading? How's it going?
We'll do that next week.
No.
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 We update it after each round.
We'll do it
We're
next
good,
week.
bro.
We'll do it next week. We've talked about
We
enough
don't need
of
to
the
mention
pool.
that.
I just want to.
We can shout out your wife.
Let's say we got to shout out the top.
Okay, sure.
Who's at the top?
Sure ain't me.
I
What's the top
don't have it
5?
pulled up. You can read it.
I got it. All right, so far leading our bracket pool after the first 2 rounds. My wife, Elena, is tied at first with Darren Kemp at 520 points.
Also,
Great job.
what the world, Darren? He did ChatGPT for the entire thing.
Yeah, he ChatGPT'd it. So that's not fair. So if he wins, we're not giving him. We're giving ChatGPT.
Well, he doesn't even
the
want
card.
that card, so that's
I
fine.
don't care. Go my wife. Is A Boot Hanford? Is that Sam?
No, that is Alec, our buddy Alec.
Oh.
Shout out Alec.
Shout out Alec in 3rd place. Kyle Taylor is in 4th, and then there's 3 tied at 5th. Ben.
I'm there.
Tied number 5.
Hanging in there.
Kyle Schrock and Hope Lap, my sister. Wow, look at the laps at the top. That's so yeah,
Whatever,
that's
man.
kind of the pool so far, the leaders. So
Yep.
I'm sitting at 12th with both of mine.
And guys, remember,
Tanking.
first 2
Jesus
rounds
Christ.
don't matter. All right, if you guys still have most of your Elite 8 and your Final 4, you're gonna be just fine. Just hang in there.
That's why I'm
just hang in.
sure.
We got breaking news. What's the breaking news?
Oh, Hubert Davis will not return to North Carolina's head coach.
Is he?
See
okay,
ya.
did he get fired or is he stepping down?
Let me look.
Both.
All right, guys. Hey, I was gonna mention this actually. I forgot. Talk about hot seats. Hubert Davis is up there.
Let's combine this with our worst thing.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, hot seats is definitely on the rise. I think that's all for college basketball. It's only gonna get better from here, in my opinion. I know that there is some debates about the chalkiness of the brackets, and I'm okay with it. I am. I like upsets, but this is just March Madness. It'll even out in the next couple years. We'll see some teams starting to rise and fall, so it'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Right.
It's gonna be good. Anything else?
Oh, moving on to our worst thing, we'll talk about that coach a little bit. It doesn't really say if he was fired. It looks like he stepped down.
Probably a little bit of both.
Yeah, probably. He says will not return, basically. What do you got to say about that, Ben?
Well, yeah, I think it's really interesting. Obviously, let me pull up his. Actually, why don't you pull up his recent March Madness results? Obviously, UNC, a blue blood. They should be making Sweet 16 every other year, if not every year. They have all the money in the world for basketball they need. They have a history, a deep history. Their fans are so supportive and strong. Their boosters are always strong. Obviously, Michael Jordan's up there. It's iconic. So many iconic things about North Carolina basketball, and they've been losing and getting upset every year. It feels like this year it was VCU. Remind me last year who it was. Oh, dang it! Who was it last year?
First round, who did they lose to?
Either way, they've had a lot of first and second round exits, and you can't do that if you're North Carolina. So I there was rumors swirling around. I kind of thought this might be Hubert's last year, and sure enough, he has stepped down. I'd be really curious to see if he stepped down or he got fired. We'll find out later. But man, that is a hot spot that has opened up now. There are people saying that. I mean, obviously, there's going to be people saying everything. They've said that Dan Hurley or Todd Golden might go over there. why would you do that if you won a championship with the team in the last 2 years? That doesn't make any sense.
Who's candidate?
Oh, there are so many candidates. So many.
MJ?
No, he's all in NASCAR. Man, I have no idea. There's so many coaches that could, but it's like, man, would they really want to leave?
Patino would.
Patino, maybe.
He's doing pretty good in Madison. Though.
Yeah, I'd say. I don't.
Jay Lucas.
Maybe one of them Big 12 guys that are coaching, some of them high-powered offenses.
Iowa State's coach. What's his name?
Yeah, I forget his name.
I can see that happening.
Yeah, one of those guys over there, maybe.
Holzelberger.
Obviously, probably no one from the ACC because they're all pretty locked in or trash.
John Shire.
I don't think so. Yeah, no, I
Coach
have those
K.
pulled up.
Return.
Dude, they've actually played decent well the last couple years. 2022, they made it to the championship as an 8 seed.
Yeah, and they lost.
Lost to Kansas.
Yep.
2024, they
Should have won that, by the way.
They were 1 seed. 2024 lost in Sweet 16. They lost to Alabama. 2025, second round, they lost to Ole Miss.
Unacceptable.
They beat San Diego State, and then this year losing to VCU.
Yeah, you just got to make it further.
Going in the wrong direction.
Can't lose to teams you're supposed to beat. That's just part of the deal. So he is out, and I'll be curious. I think he probably just stepped down. He's like, you know what? It's fine. Yeah. It's no big deal. Man, I'm so curious, and obviously it sucks because his best player was hurt this year. But when you have so much talent on your team, it's inexcusable. You just can't do that. Interesting shakeup.
All right, and then our second worst thing of the week. Ben, you posted this news story, I believe.
Yeah, this is
Ben is 0 so sorry, let me read it. The Florida Gators basketball team is 0-3 this year when Ben is in attendance. Yeah. Ben, are you ever going to go back to another Florida game in your life?
Probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not. Yeah, so Florida was 26-7 all year.
You was at this game this weekend.
3 of those losses were my fault.
Yes.
Can I say that?
Yes, you can. You 100% can.
I spent an ungodly amount of money to watch the Gators this year, and they pay me back by losing every single one of those games. Mm-hmm. And I feel hurt, but also, I'll take responsibility. Hand up, I should have known better.
Yeah.
I traveled to Madison Square Garden to watch them play versus UConn. Great game, but they lost. I traveled to Gainesville to watch them play Auburn. They should have won that game, but they lost. That's inexcusable. And then I traveled to Tampa to watch them play in March Madness, and they lost.
3 different locations.
Yep, 3 locations, thousands of dollars, and here we are. So hand up, I will not be back for a long time until we have a new roster, potentially new coaching staff. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I should have done better.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's okay.
I'm sorry.
We don't make mistakes. It's okay.
Andrew, I thought of something.
Do you have a hot take, by the way?
You know what is so interesting? This is not a hot take, but
think
about this. What is your, you're going to watch a team like the Lightning or the team that you like. What is your all-time record at games you're at?
Ooh.
Because, I have a really good record.
Oh, I have the best.
I feel like I'm the good luck charm for my teams.
I see. Winning record, okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I feel like I have a bad record.
I think I have a big winning record.
I definitely have a bad record. Because I remember when I was younger on Cardinals games, we would never win.
Yeah.
We would always lose. I remember I've been to Ohio State, Penn State a couple times. We've lost every single time. I went to our playoff game against Notre Dame. We lost. I went to one Commanders game. We won. One we lost. Went to...
We're Rays
I feel like I'm
fans,
bad.
so it's kind of hard to be.
I feel like I'm pretty bad.
There.
I think I do. I don't think I remember maybe 2 Rays losses I've been to, and all the rest were wins. I've been to 5 walk-off Rays games.
I was with you.
The one summer I was at 4 walk-off Rays games.
Yeah, I've just never been.
The Lightning are always good, so I've been to a lot of their wins.
The one I was with you, they lost.
With Toronto?
Yeah.
That was the one that, they lost that one. And then I've never been to a loss of Miami. Basketball or football. A pretty good record.
You go to the cheap games when they have blowouts.
No.
We went to the
Notre Dame.
Notre Dame.
Yeah. And USF. Okay, well.
Yeah. I would say I'm probably 50-50. Honestly, I'm pretty close.
I bet I'm 750.
Yeah. That'd be impressive.
Good luck, Charlie.
Hey, Tampa Bay really helps out.
Did you do any where he go this week?
No, I didn't even think about it. And by the time JJ confirmed that he was coming, it was kind of too late.
It's kind of too late.
Do
we have a hot take? Guys, we're
real quick, guys. I was going to mention, we didn't talk at all about Penn State basketball. Do you want a moment for that?
Why?
I'm just giving you an option.
Not really.
Okay.
They're bad.
Okay.
What else can I say? They're terrible. I mean,
Sorry. I just kind of what is
I mean,
it?
Penn made the tournament.
Sorry.
Made the tournament. And
Yes, they did. I think they made a lot more than
Pennsylvania University, the medical school.
They have money. Why don't they actually field a team?
Because we're insane at
They
wrestling.
got hockey and football. That's good enough.
Wrestling.
And
We're the number one
wrestling
wrestling
and
team ever.
you
We're pretty good at hockey. We're the
Yeah,
hockey
hockey,
tournament, so yeah.
That's what USF says. Oh, we're the best sailing team.
Well, that's true.
Florida's the
But-
best. Oh wait,
We're the best thumb wrestling team.
Dude,
Rowing.
imagine
You guys
if
got
that
rowing.
was- If we would, we'd probably be insane. We should start getting money for this because I completely forgot.
You don't have any
rowing.
water.
You guys spent all your money on football and you still can't win a game.
Yeah. What about it? What about it? What do you want me to say?
I'm sorry.
What
This
do you
turned
mean
into an
We're
injury.
ganging
turned
up.
into a gang against me. I don't know how this happened. Does anybody have a hot take for this week? Oh, we need to
Penn
get to
State
that.
will win
We
a
need to
game.
sit. Penn State.
Guys, college football is only a couple
Hot
weeks
take,
away.
hot
Yeah,
take,
guys,
hot
we're so
take.
close.
Spring
We need
practices
a
have
2
started.
guys. We're back. We have to do a 2-minute warning. This is what we do.
Well, we can go back to the original one where we just mentioned random news and facts and stuff. Cause,
Let's just think of a hot take. We can think of one. Ask ChatGPT.
oh my goodness.
Oh, what about, dude? Hang on. Let me look at
Let's look at the
ChatGPT.
ESPN headlines.
This is what we do when we completely forget about the 2-minute warning.
Davis
Call up
Chat
somebody.
GPT.
I'll call Sharon
Call
or
Sam.
something. Call Sam.
Call Sam.
Call Dad.
Wait, did Flacco just sign to
You-
Cincinnati again?
Yes, he did.
Call
What?
Bill.
Yes.
Joe Flacco's 41 years old.
Your-
Did you guys see Tom Brady
Biggest-
slinging it in the flag football
I
league?
did.
Some people say he's back.
He might be back. Wait, let's see.
If this is gonna be a good one, we're not doing this. Give us your biggest.
It's gonna be something lame.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, this is probably I agree with, but we can do a 2-minute warning on
It
it.
has something to do with Justin
It said
Fields.
the NFL overvalues quarterbacks so much that it actually is hurting teams' chances to win championships.
I agree.
This is actually pretty good.
Banger.
Not saying QBs aren't important. They are, but the gap impact between an elite QB and a very good QB is smaller than people think.
So this is
Hang on,
definitely
hang
a
on,
response to
hang
Sam Darnold winning the
Hang
whole
on,
thing.
hang on.
They would
Or,
not be-
Hang on.
Or,
Hang on.
Or.
2-minute warning starts. 3, 2, 1, go.
Or.
2-minute warning starts.
Okay, this is really interesting. I've seen there's a very popular, or I shouldn't say popular. She's an up and coming TikTok influencer who literally does analytics on quarterbacks and spending in the NFL, and it's so interesting to see money per win, basically. How these contracts of the quarterbacks, there's a certain range of how good a quarterback should be versus how much money you should spend on them. Someone like Patrick Mahomes, you're spending $500 million on him. Do not agree. Personally, do not agree.
The hot take at the end is saying that paying a non-elite QB like a superstar, paying a non-elite QB like a superstar is one of the worst moves the team can make in modern football, even if the QB is a top 10 quarterback.
Yeah. Not saying Patrick Mahomes isn't elite. I'm just saying the amount of money you're spending for him, is it really worth it? Obviously, now he's hurt, so you can't tell.
I kind of agree too, for sure, with the emergence the last couple of years of running backs.
Yes.
Like Barkley last year, then Walker this year. Like, it shows that teams, you can still win without a perfect quarterback, without that superstar quarterback. You create a team around him.
Yes.
But Jalen Hurts is still one of the highest paid quarterbacks of all time.
But he shouldn't be.
I disagree.
He's mid.
He won a Super Bowl. I disagree. This is
Saquon
why.
Barkley won a Super Bowl.
Is because look at the last 5 quarterbacks that won a Super Bowl: Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford, Jalen Hurts. They're all like super high.
I forgot one.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, but I think the argument more is they don't have to, like, you're overpaying for those quarterbacks.
But they won Super Bowl. That's what you're trying to do.
But also, you could say that, but
There's
also it's the team around them.
There are so few quarterbacks that win Super Bowls in the last, 20 years. Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning.
But then think of the teams after.
Superstars.
Think of the teams after the Super Bowl. Now that they don't have the money to re-sign those good players that help them win. How are the Seahawks going to do? They just re-signed Najigba to an insane deal because they don't have a ton of money on Sam Darnold.
And that is the 2-minute warning thanks to ChatGPT.
Thanks, Chat.
Thanks, Chat. Nice work. That's a good combo.
Guess what?
Guys, we need your hot takes now more than ever. We really need them. We've been struggling to come up with some. It's been busy time. Now we're back together. Hopefully we're around for the next couple weeks and can get a little more squared away. But thank you guys so much for listening.
Thanks,
We'll talk to you
JJ.
next time.
Peace.
Bye. Bye.